You think the most powerful women in history are only the ones who led armies, conquered empires, or ruled nations. Think again. Today, we are uncovering a woman who achieved absolute global immortality, captured the human imagination for 5 centuries, and commands billions of dollars in modern cultural value, all without ever speaking a single word. Her face is the most recognized in human history, yet her true story remains buried beneath layers of myth. She is made of paint, but her power is completely real. Her name was Lisa Gherardini, known to the world simply as the Mona Lisa. Before she was a canvas hanging inside a bulletproof glass casing in the Louvre Museum, she was a flesh-and-blood human being walking the streets of Renaissance Florence. Born in 1479 to an old aristocratic family that had lost its political wealth, Lisa lived a life defined by quiet, unyielding personal resilience. At 15, she married a wealthy cloth and silk merchant named Francesco del Giocondo, navigating a society that demanded absolute female submission. She weathered intense personal tragedy, suffering the loss of multiple children during infancy, yet she remained the unshakable bedrock of her household. In October 1503, her husband commissioned a local middle-aged artist named Leonardo da Vinci to paint her portrait. Da Vinci was notorious for abandoning his commissions, finding the standard portraits of wealthy elites entirely uninspiring. But when Lisa Gherardini sat in his studio, the dynamic completely shifted. Lisa was not a passive model to be arranged. She possessed a formidable personal gravitas and an unbreakable moral compass. She had recently made waves in Florentine social circles for flatly rejecting the predatory advances of 2 powerful elites from the dangerous ruling Medici dynasty, choosing her personal honor over political favors. When she looked at Leonardo, she did not look down in modesty as Renaissance women were legally and socially expected to do. She stared directly back at him. This psychological standoff between the model and the artist completely changed the trajectory of art history. Leonardo became so intensely consumed by the power of her real-life presence that he abandoned all his other lucrative contracts. He spent the next 16 years modifying, refining, and obsessing over this single wood panel, refusing to ever hand it over to her husband. He carried it across the Alps to France, keeping it in his possession until the day he died. The true genius of the Mona Lisa is that Leonardo didn't invent a masterpiece out of thin air. Instead, he engineered entirely new architectural designs in oil painting specifically to capture the real-world strength of Lisa Gherardini. Every revolutionary physical technique on that canvas is a direct structural manifestation of her personality.